Hey everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We're shooting this actually on Christmas Eve, so Happy Holidays.
Hopefully this goes out Christmas. That was kind of my idea. I wanted to put something out on Christmas and kind of a couple stories that I've seen around a couple recently that I thought I would just throw into this video, but hopefully everyone's having a festive holiday season. Timestamps down below because we're going to hit on a couple things. I almost thought about not including this first story because it's not exactly cheery, but you know, I'm going to go on a different angle on this story because I don't want to make this doom and gloom. But the news came out yesterday. It looks like it's one step closer, almost practically official, yet not official, that Jonas Eidevall is going to be the new Wave head coach. I'll have Sara read the headline here.
Sources: San Diego Wave hire Jonas Eidevall as head coach. He most recently coached Arsenal for 3 full seasons before resigning in October. San Diego Wave FC has hired Jonas Eidevall as the team's new head coach, multiple sources with knowledge of the decision told the Equalizer. Multiple sources said Eidevall has been the team's choice for weeks, as the Equalizer's Daniëlle reported on November 29th, and the terms of contract required time to finalize. Eidevall was the head coach at Arsenal for 3 full seasons in England's Women's Super League before resigning in October amid the Gunners' poor start to the season. Arsenal finished either second or third in the league in each of the team's 3 seasons under Eidevall. The Gunners reached the semifinals of the UEFA's Women's Champions League in 2023. A Wave spokesperson could not be reached for comment.
Yeah, so this is not official. This isn't, the Wave hasn't announced it on their Instagram. And I mean, this is a very good source. It's the Equalizer. Some people like it, some people don't. If you go through kind of where it was reported, there's a couple comments.
Oh, good. More god-awful decisions from San Diego.
And a lot of people don't like it. Some people think this is going to push Girma out the door because she won't want to play under Jonas. Because not that we know everything, but it does seem like he has a pretty well-documented temper. Viv kind of quoted saying that he goes from 0 to 100 like milk boiling over. We have that quote. But one thing I will say, I've been kind of around the web on different sites or whatnot. I see a lot of people who actually really like Jonas and think that he is a good fit. So this isn't everyone thinking it's a bad idea. And then someone like this says,
I mean, he was in the club for more than just those terrible few months at the start of the season, though. Took a heavily downsized, injured team to the semifinals of the USWNT in 2023, for example.
So some people said, he had an injured team. He was actually pretty good. So a lot of people do like him. And this is one of my favorite quotes I saw.
Long term might not have worked out for us, but he really pissed off Emma Hayes, and that's always a good thing.
Which I think is funny because now if he is going to be the San Diego head coach, he is going to have to navigate. He's going to have to communicate with Emma Hayes about the national team players or whatnot. And obviously they had kind of had their issues, but I think it's water under the bridge at this point. They both want what's best with their team. But I do think that's kind of funny. But yeah, we started off that story because, I don't know, it's heavy in the news right now and we have been talking about it. But not just that. This is a perfect segue for our next subject, for our next story, because we go from one former Arsenal person to another former member of Arsenal, RAFAELLE, because I think we've had a launch here. I think there is a launch. So we know RAFAELLE used to play for Arsenal, very famously. And in the last, 2024, she came over to the NWSL playing for our award-winning Orlando Pride. They won the Shield, they won the championship, came over here. And she seems to have launched with a current NWSL player and sometimes US Women's National Team player. And that is Hailie Mace, who we know plays for Kansas City, has been called up to the national team a bunch of times. There's a launch happening, which kind of took me out of nowhere. USA and Brazil, USA v Brazil, USA in love with Brazil. You know what I mean? It's like friends are enemies,
I think we're lovers.
Yeah, they are lovers. So I mean, I don't really know quite what happened, but this is what I know. Some of the Orlando Pride girls were in Miami and Florida. Hey everyone, I'm just editing the video and I'm going to tell a story in about a couple seconds that I believe I saw this happen at the end of November. Now, I couldn't find any pictures from this trip where I'm talking about in a second in Florida. I did find pictures of on a boat in Brazil, and I'll put those at some point in this video. But this trip I'm talking about, Miami, for the life of me, I remember seeing it on social media, but I cannot find a picture of it. So I'm leaving it in just in case someone remembers these pictures too. I couldn't find one picture, or I completely made it up in my head. And the pictures I'm thinking about maybe are just the ones from Brazil, when they got to Brazil, and I made up the Miami story. Either way. But I just want to mention that. But it's not really important to the story, but it's just important the timetable that I saw. Okay, so that's just a preface to what I'm going to talk about. On vacation, I saw Marta there. I saw, obviously, Carrie Lawrence there. I saw Carson Pickett there, I believe. I saw Rafa, and I did see Hailie Mace. There might have been a few other players, and I saw them all together. I thought Hailie was kind of the person that I kind of didn't understand if they were all friends or whatnot. You know, sometimes you don't know who's friends in the NWSL.
Now we get it, though.
Yeah.
No.
So I saw them. That was at the end of November. Then there was a picture of Hailie and Rafa just at like a coffee shop. I'll show you that. And then people kind of put together, oh, okay, something must be going on. And that was at the end of November.
This looks like a lover's cup of tea.
Yeah, not coffee, but tea. And then actually Hailie went to Lynn Williams' wedding. I didn't see that at first, but then I saw more pictures that came out. Actually, there was more people there than I thought there was there. Who else did I see there that I didn't initially know was there? There was more people. Maybe I'll put them on screen because I can't think of it right now. But she was there. Then all of a sudden, I saw Hailie in Brazil with RAFAELLE, and I go, okay, are they best friends? Are they just good friends now? Is this a launch? Then I saw this picture posted. I saw this picture and I go, wait, I think this is a launch. They're in Brazil. I think that says Mi Amor in Portuguese.
Yes, I can confirm. I think it is.
And I go, okay, this definitely looks like a launch. Then they had just kept posting pictures together in Brazil. And I didn't really keep a lot of these pictures because I didn't know what was going on. And then here they are on the beach playing beach soccer.
Whoa.
And then Hailie posted a bunch of pictures of her in Brazil.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Then RAFAELLE posted that. Nice picture of Hailie.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very coupled up. It looks very coupley. All those things together. This is obviously a launch. And I was shook. I was not anticipating these two people together because, I don't know, it was just very random. And then I read this. Do you remember when Orlando Pride and KC Current had the little fight or something? Kind of rivals because Orlando Pride, they were celebrating too much on the KC Current field and everything.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was also Orlando Pride who kicked KC Current out of the NWSL, the championship. They're the ones who knocked them out. So they're rivals. And then I saw this thing that says,
it says, Mace and Rafa seem to be on the same sort of vacation together. Enemies to lovers incoming.
So I don't quite know the lore of the enemies. Maybe there was a specific thing they had on social media, but now it seems like they have launched, and I wouldn't expect it.
Well, I think the enemies thing is what you were saying with the teams.
Yeah.
So I'm loving this couple. I think they look good together, and
unexpected.
Yes, very unexpected, out of left field, but obviously we're here for it. So
someone said this. Both of them shared a bunch of Insta stories where they were all loved up. Rafa never, and then someone goes, Rafa never shared that much when she was with her old partner. They're currently vacationing in Brazil along with Debinha, who I'm guessing set them up.
Oh, the lore continues.
Because that's kind of the connection. Debinha plays for Kansas City Current with Hailie, and people thought they were dating for a while, Debinha and Hailie. I don't know if that was ever confirmed or they never were, but that means maybe Debinha set RAFAELLE up with Hailie, and things just they connected, if you know what I mean.
Yes, so this goes to show you, introduce your friends to each other, because You don't know.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
That also, this person also says, hey, RAFAELLE was not as open with her last partner as what, as it seems like she is with Hailie at this point. And it just goes to show you, sometimes certain relationships, launching early feels more right than other times. Maybe if two people are really into it, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people keep it very low key for a very long time. Some people just, why not? Let's just go for it. And I think it just depends on both partners really being into it. You know what I mean? To say, hey, okay, let's go for it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So what did everyone think about that? That, between these random couples, and I only say random because I don't even know these people are friends. I had no idea Ellie and Jen Beatty even knew each other. You know what I mean? I just love it when I don't even know people are friends and then they get together.
That's the beauty of soccer. Everyone speaks the same language there. Soccer is the language.
That's why when I see people in random situations or random places, I'm not even like, I was like, okay, that makes sense. They're friends or they're not friends. Hey everyone, I am just editing the video a couple days after Christmas. We recorded this before Christmas, and those were the two main stories we talked about. The Jonas, pretty much officially going to be the coach for the Wave, and then we talked about the RAFAELLE and the Hailie Mace launch, and we talked about a few other things when we originally recorded this video, but they're kind of irrelevant now because so many other things have gone on that we were talking about. So I just thought I would mention a couple other things. Number one is that Hailie stayed in Brazil for Christmas. I'll put that picture up where she said Christmas breakfast or Christmas breakfast. So it definitely looks like it's a launch, and very, very cute, very hot couple. And then what else? Sarah and I kind of talked about that we know that Emily von Egmond is getting married this weekend or Friday or Saturday. I'm not quite sure the way it works in Australia to America. And also Lindsey Horan is getting married on the 28th, I believe. But by the time this video goes up, I believe Emily von Egmond will already have gotten married. I think I just saw pictures on Instagram that they're getting ready. It's happening very soon. And what we saw there is that Sam Kerr and KRISTIE Mewis are going to be there, and that Caitlin Ford and Katie McCabe are going to be there. So we're probably going to do a video about, the sights and sounds of Emily's wedding and what happened there. Also, we're going to do a dedicated Katie Caitlin video too. I keep saying that's going to be our next video, but I really want to do that probably before the end of the year. But we'll see how the wedding goes. And then also going back to Lindsey Horan's wedding, we saw that DVD and Ellie Carpenter got to Colorado, and that's where Lindsay's getting married, and that they're going to be at Lindsay's wedding, which I think is funny because Ellie is Australian, but I'm not sure if she's like close friends with Emily von Egmond because, a lot of times you play on the same national team, but you aren't really friends. But I know Ellie and DVD are really good friends with Lindsey Horan. But, wedding season is going strong. Very excited. So we'll see what happens. I forget what else Sarah and I kind of talked about at the end of the video yesterday when we talked about it, but it was nothing. The things were irrelevant to by now. I think we had just mentioned that Katie and Caitlin had gotten to Australia because they have been on a posting streak. They're posting like crazy, which we love. So that's the video. But I didn't want to get those first two stories out. So this will probably go out Friday. And then we will do a video about the weddings that are coming out to see what everyone's wearing and how it goes. And then again, another Katie Caitlin video coming out. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. And yeah. And also we did the Lucy and Ona video yesterday, and they've posted more pictures. Like they're on a posting frenzy right now, which we love. And I'm still on a high from that and love it. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. And yeah, we will talk to you later. This video is actually probably going to be pretty short, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Have a great night. Bye.